everyone's wondering if Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, and the two other women are going to stay an additional 30 days. So I believe the date is coming up. It's on the February 27th, where the judge has to make a decision. Hey, can they get released, or you guys got to stay another 30 days? And here's Tina Galandian, their international lawyer, speaking with LBC about that situation.
Compared to what would be going on in this country, it is unusual that they're still, from our, through our perspective, it's unusual that they're still in custody here. What do you expect to happen next? Do you expect another plea for an extension, or do you expect things to come to a head pretty soon?
So we're going to find out in the next several days. The existing detention order expires on February 27th. And if the prosecution intends to extend that for another 30-day period, they'll have to make that request soon, and then we'll have a hearing on it. Obviously, our hope is that at this point they are released and that it's not extended. But am I optimistic about that? No. And I think an additional factor that weighs in is the tremendous amount of assets that have been seized. So almost $4 million worth of assets were seized from their residence. And unfortunately, that gives the authorities incentive to search and find evidence of some wrongdoing to be able to forfeit and keep assets of that nature. I think the seizure, let's keep in mind, when the police raided their properties and searched them and seized all these items, they didn't find evidence of crime. They've taken these items in the event that they are able to later on show that they're...
Well, they say they're ongoing. They say the investigation is ongoing, and the assets, some of the assets they've taken are part of that investigation.
Of course, but this isn't a situation where police seized things that are illegal on their face. They didn't, seize contraband, drugs. A lot of times when there are these raids, things are taken which are evidence of crime. In this case, there was no evidence of crime that was seized. These are assets that they're holding on to in the event that they can later prove that these are proceeds of ill-gotten gains. And again, at this point, there are not charges filed against them. And the fact that they have $4 million in assets, it gives them further incentive to detain them and continue to search for some crime so that they could try to forfeit, those sizable assets.
In one of the hearings where they attempted to end the detention, the judge that refused that request said, and I quote, one of the reasons given was the particular, and I quote, the particular dangerousness of the defendants and their capacity to identify victims with an increased vulnerability in search of better life opportunities. That folds into the allegations of people trafficking. Are you satisfied as his lawyer that if this comes to court, you have enough evidence to counter that claim?
We do. We don't. First of all, it's a little difficult because I'm not supposed to comment directly on anything that's happening in the proceedings. As of now, they're closed proceedings.
But without detail, you're satisfied you have enough evidence to counter that?
I do. I don't think there's been any evidence that they're a danger to the community in terms of committing crimes. Again, I think at this point, they haven't been charged with crimes. And these are two individuals that have absolutely no criminal history. So I think that's a far leap to say that, they have potential ability to influence people. Again, we're trying to punish them for their ideas and for their thoughts and their freedom of expression, which is what we're not supposed to criminalize. And I think it's a very dangerous place to be headed.
So what do you guys think? You guys think the judge is going to extend another 30 days? In my opinion, I don't know much about Romanian law, just like most of you. I think they will, just like how the Tina Galandi and the lawyer said. But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. And I want to hear more from the Romanian lawyer, to be honest with you, because the Romanian lawyer, I'm sure he knows way more about Romanian law than her. From what I hear in the comments, she's not allowed to practice law in Romania, which I wouldn't think she can anyway. She's just an international lawyer. I don't know how much help she can. I don't know if she's going to be in the court, right? I don't know how it works. So let me know what you think of this in the comments. Do you think they're going to get released end of this month, or you think the judge is going to extend it? Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I know it means the world if you subscribe and like. Thank you so much.